Lowe's. Find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Hello and welcome to StormCast, the official Manchester Storm podcast, where we bring you closer to the players, coaches and personalities at the heart of the Manchester Storm. I'm Craig Anderson, and our guest has had quite the last 12 months. He made the jump into the Elite League, helped Storm reach the playoff finals weekend, played 53 games, chipped in with 3 goals and 2 assists, and then casually finished the season by representing Great Britain at the IIHF World Championships, as you do. Most of us celebrate a good year by treating ourselves to a takeaway. Brad went and played against some of the best hockey players on the planet. Now he's back for a second season in Storm colours, and today we're going to find out what that whirlwind year was really like, what he learned from wearing the GB jersey, and whether he's still got his feet on the ground after becoming an international. It's time to welcome back number 8, Brad Jenion on StormCast. Brad, welcome to StormCast. First things first, is your family reminding everybody you're a GB international now? Are they still finding a way to slip it into conversation when they're talking about you?
I'm sure my mum and dad have found a couple of ways to slide it in, but I think looking forward to the new season. My mum's telling everybody to come to the first game, and she's out there telling all of her friends, everybody possible, to come watch. So.
Absolutely. Every player's family should be doing that very thing. I'm in complete agreement on that one. Fill out the EO Arena. That would be quite something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, something we're looking forward to hopefully doing.
Absolutely. So where are you as we speak right now?
I'm in Manchester. I'm around here just training, getting ready for the season, enjoying some time with family, just enjoying the little bit of freedom while season's not in. You can kind of schedule some stuff, because when the season's going, it's hockey. So once I get my work in, I like to enjoy my days, kind of get out and find any sort of activity to keep me occupied.
Now we'll get into more depth in one or two things a little bit later, but just as a general overview, how did you look back on everything you've achieved and experienced last year?
I had my first year coming back to the UK from the US was it was definitely a great year. Acclimatizing to it, just getting used to being back in England was great, and I think we had a great year on the ice. I thoroughly enjoyed being here in Manchester. It felt good, felt being back home, which as it should. And then picking up the GB call up at the end of the year was something for me that meant a lot. And I think I couldn't have done it without everybody that was on the team last year and all the coaches, and how much they helped me to get to that level, to put me in the position to be picked and get to go to the World Championships and experience that.
And of course, you are back for a second season in Manchester. It proved to be a great first season for you and the rest of the team. What were your main takeaways from last season with the Storm?
I think my first season with the Storm was just kind of showing what I could do. That every single time I stepped on the ice, I wanted to try and contribute in some way, some sort. Whether it was at the start of the year where I was playing a little bit of forward, and then towards the end of the year, I got back to playing D. I think just growing my game when I felt comfortable and confident, just building on top of that, and just hopefully being the best player I can be for the team.
Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm assuming that the decision in coming back was one that took care of itself. You hear that the word's no-brainer getting banded about a lot when guys commit to a return for another year. But if you were selling it to someone, if you were asked to sell Manchester Storm, what would you tell them to try and get them to come on board?
I'll argue with anybody that I'll say Manchester is the number one city in the UK, but I'm sure as many people I'll have arguments with about that. But to me personally, that's what I think. I mean, for me, it's pretty easy because it's so close to home and family, and but I mean, we've got the beautiful views, we've got the city. Manchester's got it all. There's got great food, great restaurants, great bars. It's a great place to be, and there's always a good atmosphere no matter where you go, pretty much.
But yeah, anyway, you're a local lad, born in Macclesfield, of course, in that kind of greater Manchester area. So how special was it to pull on that jersey last year when you joined the club?
It was really special to me. I think coming back to England and spending time at my parents' house last year, I was looking through photo albums and stuff and digging up photos of me wearing the Manchester Storm shirt. Was pretty cool to then a couple months later get to actually pull on a real shirt and get to represent the Manchester Storm. So it was an awesome moment for me. And then getting that move back into the EAO, it puts more value on those pictures and stuff that I was looking at as when we got to tour the rink, I'm staring at the blocks that I was in those photos, and I'm like, that's where I was sat when I was 2 years old. So it
Wow.
was definitely a great moment for me.
See, I was going to ask that because obviously you're 28 years old, so your memories of the what was the old arena as it was now the AO arena might have been a bit sketchy, but you were definitely there, so you've definitely got that link with the place,
Yeah, I mean, I was 2 years old, so I probably can't remember actually being there, but I've got pictures to prove it.
right?
I know it was a big part in my family's life back then. All my brother and my sisters both played back at the old Altrincham rink. I was attempting to skate around, um, and yeah, we'd go to Manchester Storm games. We had a one of our neighbors and friends. She had a box in the night in the Storm arena, and then so we'd go quite frequently, and so I mean I grew up on it, and it's brought me full circle right back here.
We need to see those pictures, Brad. We need to see those pictures of a young Brad Jenion in the stands there of the old Manchester arena as it used to be. That would be pretty cool.
I think most of them have already been posted. Yeah, I
Oh,
can't keep
have
them
they?
away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Caitlin's probably all over that. You know what she's like.
Oh yeah, Caitlin is. Yeah.
But of course, you've got that connection with the fans as well. I know fans connect with the players. You know, they fall in love with them. We've seen that with a lot of the imported players that have come over. But as a local lad, you must really feel that as well. It's like almost like you're one of them, and you're doing what you do on the ice every week.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like being from the area is you get it a bit more. Like when I'm watching sports, when I'm watching footy, I want it to be like where you're from kind of thing. You get all the non-league teams and you're like working class towns, and they bring a style that kind of fits that. And when I step on the ice, I want to be kind of a local lad and kind of um, just kind of show like what it's like to be from around here, and try and model my game on being like in the working class area that it is around here.
And you're a man on the ground. What sort of reaction have you had from fans and people in the area about the move to the AO Arena? We know there's great excitement. We see that across social media, but you're living it every day. What are you hearing from people?
I mean, everything's positive. I mean, I've heard from all sides of it, and I think everybody's excited because it's not only a great move for this organization, but it's also a great move for the league. It only makes the league and the organization better. It's just pushing, and we're hopefully seeing how big hockey can get in Manchester. And I think it's got potential. I mean, there's plenty of sports teams around Manchester, and they have success. So why can't we be there if we're in the middle of Manchester?
Definitely not. As we've already said, you came back last year, but you'd been around North America for a good few years playing for different teams. So, how much did you find the adjustment last year when you came home after leaving? Was it Macon Mayhem? That was the last team you were at in North America.
The adjustment was it was a little bit of a different style of game. I mean, you're coming back here, which is you say it's European hockey, but there's quite a lot of North Americans, so I feel it was very valuable the stuff that I'd learned in America to then translate it back to playing here, whereas like mixing it with a bit of a European style of game, and I found it a good challenge because normally when you're playing in North America, all the ices are the same size. And then you come to a league like this, and I mean the Storm Shelter last year we had the smallest rink probably, and then there's different size rinks, so it brings a different challenge every single game, more of a home ice advantage across the league. But it was definitely a good switch that I enjoyed. I mean, it took some time, but after it, after the first couple of months, felt good. I felt confident, and I was really enjoying it.
So, how much did Cam and Dallas and Mikey Moe and the coaching team, how much did they help refine your game in that first season back as well?
It was the I can't say enough good things about the coaches for what they did for me last year. Um, I think Mikey Moe was the first person I met from the organization over the summer, and he was great. He's such an approachable person. He's so easy to work with, and then you've got Cam. He's everybody around him absolutely loves him, and he's just as a coach, he was the perfect coach for what I needed. Um, at that point, he just provides confidence to players, and provides an intensity in practice which works over to games, which is just second to none. And then Dallas is the way Dallas thinks the game is just it's amazing. He's so smart with it, and I feel like I really grew last year when I was actually playing with Dallas. It was really good to see because we're similar sizes. I mean, he's a very skilled and he's a shifty defenseman. But just seeing him play, there was so much that I got to learn from playing with him that it really benefited my game.
He always seems a guy who sort of talks you through games as well. He keeps you right on where you should be, positioning, when to move, when not to move, that kind of thing. Was that the kind of guidance you were getting off him when you were playing alongside him?
Yeah, exactly. And he was so approachable. Like every time I had a little question, I could go to him, I'd ask him, and then he'd think about it for a second, and then he'd come back with a detailed explanation, and I just think, yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I needed to do. And it was great to see it because if somebody's saying it to you, it's one thing, but then if you're seeing somebody say it to you and then they're going out and doing it at the same time, it's pretty impressive.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Now, we've got this far without talking about the playoff finals weekend and what an achievement that was. A great thing to have done to get by Nottingham in the quarter final. The semi final, not so good, obviously, but it was just great to be there, wasn't it? Describe what it meant to get there, and can you try and pinpoint how different the atmosphere was compared to what you were used to throughout the season to go to this end of season event where all the fans were in the building at the one time?
Yeah, it was definitely a unique experience. First off, getting there was it's something you've got to celebrate in itself. Just making it there, the whole, I mean, everybody wants to win, but you have to celebrate the steps that you took to get there. Like that playoff win in Nottingham was it was a really ballsy win. Like we're going into their arena, one goal up, and I mean that place was rocking. It was a great atmosphere. It was playoff hockey from start to finish, and it was a great moment to then get to celebrate that with the fans at the end of the game, and then make it to playoff finals. And yeah, that was a different experience in itself with all those fans from every different side, and they're chanting at each other, left, right, and it was definitely an awesome experience. Want to be back there again and have a better outcome, of course.
Yeah, definitely. But one hell of a you've got one hell of a long route to get there when you get into your league season. Now, one last thing in terms of the Storm. Now, bear in mind you're a local lad. Your career's taken you on a bit of a detour to get you back to Manchester eventually. But you've got the young lads coming in as part of the development player programme. Bailey Thomas, Theo Malone. You've had Tyler, Noah, and Josh, who were all part of the club last year as well. What sort of advice would you give them on their own pathway to the team at this time?
Just to trust the process, pretty much. I think that everybody's thinks that they're going to step in as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and you're going to have an impact. Like it's tough. Like that's why I went to North America because I knew that I was a little bit underdeveloped and that a little you just need a little bit of time to work on the details and to figure out your hockey IQ, just how the game works, and those kids that I think it's just they're all great guys. They've all got good attitudes, and that's what you need is you got to be focused, you got to be humble, and if you just put in the time, put in the extra work, then eventually it'll come to you and it'll start to click. It all just falls to place. And when you've got a coach like Cam, he shows you the intensity, and just proves that hockey is just something you just need to compete and you'll have success.
So, as we've already mentioned, you're a GB international now. What was that like to get the call last year? Was there a process to it? Did you get a heads up before you got the call? Tell us about the process behind that.
I think it was actually pretty out of the blue. I kind of just one week just got told that somebody was asking Pete Russell what he thought about me, and then the next week I heard that I was on the team or that I'd been selected for the squad for the tournament, and I was over the moon. I mean, it was coming back last year. I'd set some goals for myself, like getting to where I want to be in the team, and then a little side goal for me was to make GB. It's something that I wanted to get in my career was to be able to represent my country, and it was unbelievable to get the chance.
And I messaged you last night to find out when exactly you made your debut because GB played a lot of games throughout the year. They played games in Poland in November. They played the competition in Edinburgh in February. And in my mind, I had it in my head that you'd maybe played before then. But no, you were thrown straight in to the Worlds against Austria. I mean, that must have been incredible. What was the emotions like getting into that one?
It was unbelievable. We showed up at that rink in Zurich, and you look around, and it's one of the top class facilities in the world. You look up at it, and there's a jumbotron that I think if you put that in the Altrincham storm shelter, there wouldn't be any space for the ice. It was absolutely massive. You're walking to your locker room, you're going past all these NHL players and stuff. It was such a good experience. You're in the gym there, and you're seeing Alexander Barkov, you're seeing Jesse Puljavi, like they're all working out, and it's definitely something that I think when I went to that tournament, I was just like, I'm just going to be a sponge. I'm going to watch what all these guys are doing, and I'm pretty much just going to copy them, try and steal as much as I can.
It must be a real surreal moment as well. It's a pinch me moment because you find yourself in the building with these guys, and not only are you watching them, you're having to compete against them as well. I mean, your head must be all over the place trying to manage all that at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of distractions, and the main thing is just to block it all out. You're playing a sport. You're playing a sport that you've played your whole life. Just imagine you're that 10-year-old kid kind of thing.
So who were you most impressed by when you saw them up close, if any?
Um, I mean, one of my favorite D-mans in the NHL right now is Mo Seider, and playing Germany in the last game. They didn't really have much to play for. We didn't have much to play for, so it was a bit of a slugfest, but it was a decent game, and just seeing him up close and like how he actually plays in a game was great to see. There was stuff that I could learn from it. At one point, I think he's coming down on me. I'm 2-on-1, and he just passes the back door, makes me embarrasses me pretty much. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's why he's one of my favorite players. But why did he have to do it to me?
And of course, Dallas played. We're talking about Dallas again. He played for GB in a good few tournaments as well. How much did he get you ready for this in terms of advice and any tips that he may have had in getting you ready for this squad?
Yeah, him and Critch were great with
Yeah, Critch as well, of course. Yeah.
with the transition. They talked to me quite a few times, and I mean it was tough because we were getting towards the end of the season, and it was like we're trying to stay focused on the year, and they were like, "Oh, congrats on making GB!" Like, but we still got to finish our season first, and like so there was that. But once the season was ended, they were really helpful. They were checking up on me, making sure stuff was going well when I was in camp there, and yeah, they definitely were a big help.
And ultimately, GB were relegated. Of course, it was another one of those competitions where just coming up against that different level of quality really kind of shone through. But how much are you keen to get the chance to get back in there and get that team back up again?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the you've got to push yourself to the top limit and have aspirations to be at the top level. I mean, they've been promoted a few times now, so we're in that bubble, definitely in between. And if we can just gain more experience within the top level and be able to keep ourselves up there would definitely be an achievement. And I think that's what we're all striving for.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
So let's go back to the beginning then. Before coming to Manchester, as we've mentioned, you had that time in North America. Most recently, we talked about making mayhem in the SPHL. You had 3 years at Trine University in the NCAA for 4 years. How did all that come about? How did you end up over there?
When I was a kid, I used to sit on the computer, and I would try and plan out my whole hockey career. I was trying to leave at the age of 12, I think. And my mum was like, "Nope, you're not going yet. You're not going yet." I tried again at 14. She was like, "Nope, you're not going. You got to finish your GCSEs." So I finished my GCSEs, and then they kind of ran out of time to keep saying no to me. So I went and finished high school in Canada, and then I had no doubts about it that I wanted to stay there, play some junior hockey. And I played junior hockey all across the US, and it was an unbelievable experience. I got to see the whole country while I was playing. And then it was actually, I was playing a game, and I got in a fight and ended up breaking my hand. And then a coach was like, "Oh, I came to recruit you, but then you were already in hospital by the time I came
Oh,
to talk to you at the end of the game." And then yeah, so that was the college that I ended up going to. And it was, for me, it was all about development when I was going to college. And I pretty much just said to these colleges, I was like, "Can do you have a rink on campus?" And they were like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, that works for me."
And I was looking back at some of the players you've played with, and I like to see if there's any names that stand out. In this case, it's a lot of guys that we know here in the UK. Craig Garrigan, who was at Dundee Stars last year, Alex Forbes, who's with the Glasgow Clan, Harry Gulliver, who was with the Storm a few seasons back, Kyle Watson, who was with Sheffield Steelers, and he's now gone to Fife. So tell us about life far from home with those guys around to keep you company in those various places. Almost, I want to say a home from home, if you know what I mean. You know, you've got guys that are sharing that experience with you.
My first year away from home, I was roommates with Craig Garrigan at school. I had it was me, Scott Bailey, who's from down south, Andy Henderson, who's also from Dundee with Craig Garrigan, and then we had one Canadian. So we were all from the UK, and then there was one Canadian that was stuck in there that had to try and join into all of our inside jokes.
And the
But it was
accents.
definitely, yeah, it was definitely an easy switch for me. Just felt like I was at home pretty much. And then my second year was still roommates with Craig Garrigan, and then, but yeah, all across my hockey journey, I've run into British people, stumbled across them the whole time. But it's nice to have a little bit of home that you can talk to people about what's going on in England and stuff like that because none of the Americans know anything.
And it must be nice to bump into these guys when you do come up against them in the Elite League as well. And, you know, I know you don't get a lot of time to spend with them, but it must be nice to at least catch up with them, even if it is for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see Alex Forbes when he comes around and Kyle Watson and those guys. But once the puck drops, I'm a different person. So
That's it, in the zone.
you got to get their time before and after the games.
Right, I'm looking for a wee bit of insight from the Storm dressing room last year. I've got a couple of questions to ask to find out more about the personalities that were in that room with you. Who's the funniest player in the Storm dressing room last year?
There's a lot. I'll give Steven Johnson. Steven Johnson's a good. He's a funny guy.
If you had to choose one teammate to help you survive in the wilderness, who would it be?
Drew DeRidder.
Resourceful
He's an
guy, is he?
he's an outdoorsman.
Oh, is he? Oh, just
He'd
just
have the whole camp set up, dinner court.
perfect then. He's perfect for that one. And which teammate is most likely to forget the team bus? You're going to throw someone under the damn thing in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus. I'm not even gonna go teammate. I'm gonna go Tom Broadfoot.
Right? Who's Tom? Explain who Tom is.
Tom is our rehab specialist.
Right. Okay. Okay.
He gets a bad rap. He's actually a lot better than people think, but I like throwing him under the scapegoat.
Right. Well, be ready for any messages when this goes out and Tom's not happy. And do you have a favourite away rink? Was there an away rink you enjoyed visiting last year?
I think I'm gonna say Nottingham.
Nottingham.
It's a
Yeah,
big
Nottingham's
rink.
a good one.
I played my juniors there, so it was good
Good.
to return, and I think we had success there mainly.
Good. Right, and to finish up, we've got some 50-50 questions for you, one or the other. Bit mischievous, bit of fun. But you know what, let's go for it. So here we go. Coffee or energy drink?
Neither. I'm not really a caffeine
Oh,
person.
okay,
Sorry,
that's
energy drink. Let's say energy drink.
that
I
started
don't
well.
like coffee. Yeah.
Penguins or polar bears?
Penguins.
Karaoke or stand-up comedy?
Karaoke.
Right, this question's kind of moot now. £10,000 or a year's free coffee, but you don't drink coffee, so it's kind of
I'll
pointless.
take £10,000.
Take the 10 grand, quite right.
Yeah.
Cook dinner or wash up?
Cook dinner.
Fast ice or physical game?
Physical game.
Good one. Blocking a last second chance or scoring a last second goal?
Blocking a last second
I
chance.
thought you might say that as a D man. Yeah. Tape to tape pass or a huge hit?
Huge hit.
Early flight or late flight?
Early flight.
Right, this one's going to be interesting given what we spoke about before we recorded. City or United?
Don't make me do it. No, I can't.
Just
Liverpool the whole way.
Just say Liverpool. Yeah, go with that. Yeah. Right, before we finish up, what about a message to the Storm fans? They absolutely love having you on the team, being that local lad as we spoke about. What would you like to say to them as we finish up?
I just want to say thank you for all the support and to keep it coming. Big year's coming, so we're going to need as much support as possible. Bring all your friends, family, and let's fill that place.
Good man. That's great, Brad. Thank you very much. Brad Jenion, thank you for joining us on StormCast. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and we can't wait to see you in a few weeks' time.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that was Brad Jenion joining us on StormCast. Another player to come in our next edition, so make sure you're all over them by subscribing to StormCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon and YouTube. And each episode will drop to your devices as and when they're ready. Everything you need or want to know about Manchester Storm can be found on the website, manchesterstorm.com, and our social media channels too. Thanks to Brad for his time, and to you for listening, of course, and we'll catch you next time on the next episode of StormCast. Talk to you soon.
Look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are digital, we are downloadable, we are streamable.
The fashion event of the year is certified fresh.
Pull yourself together, we have work to do.
Critics say it's smart and witty and the perfect sequel.
That's all.
Get runway ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rated PG-13.